Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we have information on a very special event coming up at the East Brunswick Public Library, as world-renowned children's author and illustrator Brian Selznick will visit the library later this month. We celebrate Arbor Day as we visit Central School for a special assembly, and we check out what the township was doing to help replant trees damaged and lost due to recent storms. Then we head up to the Zimmerle Art Museum on the campus of Rutgers University for the opening of a new photo exhibit offering behind-the-scenes looks at the art of sculptor George Segal. The East Brunswick Department on Aging is celebrating their 40th anniversary, and we have some special surprises, as well as a look at the Senior Prom, as members of the Senior Center partied with East Brunswick High School seniors. Plus, we have the East Brunswick High School girls lacrosse team as they honored their graduating seniors before a recent home game. All this and much more coming up, so stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
I'm Rachel Steinberg, the Director of the Department on Aging for East Brunswick, and I am so very proud to be the Director during this very important 40th anniversary of our department. We hope the people that are 60 and over come join our senior center, a very active senior center, and we hope that all our residents who might have questions or concerned about their loved ones, please come to the center. We're right next to the library, and we're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. Please join us, call us. We are here to help you and yours age successfully.
Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Firestone, the Director of the East Brunswick Library, and I'm very pleased to have with me today Tracy Fink, who is the Vice President of the library's foundation. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
Today we're going to talk about our very exciting event that's coming up. It's called Roots and Wings. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that event?
Well, the Roots and Wings Gala event is for the East Brunswick Library Foundation Board, and we're very excited about it. It's the first event that we've done like this. It's a fundraising event. It will be held on May 28th. And it's to obviously benefit the library and to raise money for the foundation. We are excited that Brian Selznick will be our keynote speaker. We've gotten the community involved by doing a art contest with the schools. We're doing an ad journal to benefit our local businesses. We're having a raffle, we're having a silent auction, a lovely dessert reception, and it's going to be a really special event that will benefit our community and library.
Why was Brian Selznick picked to keynote at this event?
Well, it's exciting because Brian actually grew up in East Brunswick. He's from East Brunswick, and for those of you who don't know who Brian Selznick is, he's a very famous author and illustrator. His most famous work is Hugo Cabaret, which is what the Academy Award-winning film Hugo is based on. So Brian felt very strongly about being part of the library. He grew up here. He was very influenced, spent a lot of time at the library, so he was really pleased to give back, and we're so pleased to have him.
Tracy, can you tell us a little bit about what is the mission of the East Brunswick Public Library Foundation?
So the foundation is to raise money through private funds. The mission of the foundation is to provide an endowment, if you will, to kind of offset what money is maybe cut from the municipal budget, but really it is it's a fundraising arm. Like for the Friends, the foundation raises private funds, but it raises it through a very targeted audience. We seek to engage private benefactors, family foundations, corporations, and it's really the money goes to very targeted projects that will help keep our library relevant and keep our library solvent through all kinds of economic times.
Can you, if our residents are interested in attending this wonderful event on May 28th, who should they get in touch with if they want to?
Yeah, they should contact Andrea Alexander, who's our Director of Development here at the library, and she is overseeing the Roots and Wings event, and she could be reached at alexander@ebpl.org. And her phone number is 732-390-6762. And I just want to emphasize that tickets are limited, and if you're interested, that people should really sign up early because it is going to be sold out, I'm sure, and we're very excited about the enthusiasm that's already been generated. So sign up early.
Okay, well, thank you. And I guess I just want to mention a little bit about the evening itself. You know, that the fact that it is here at the library, but we're certainly going to transform what the library looks like.
Yeah.
And what can people expect when they come to the library that evening?
Right, well, it is going to be transformed. It's going to look like an illustrator's paradise, as Brian Selznick is an illustrator and an author. They can expect a silent auction, raffles, elegant dessert buffet, and specialty coffees. We'll have a presentation of Brian's work and his career, and other surprises along the way.
Great, great. Well, thanks so much for being here today and telling us about this wonderful event on May 28th.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Central School held an Arbor Day assembly as East Brunswick was once again designated Tree City, USA for their efforts in maintaining and promoting environmental awareness.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Arbor Day celebration in 2015. We're all happy that you could be here and celebrate this with us, and our presentation of the Tree City USA banner to Mr. White and Mr. Reisner. Thank you very much. My name's Steve Gottlieb, and this is Teresa Lamb. We are Teresa is chairman of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission, and I'm the staff person to the Environmental Commission. East Brunswick has been recognized as Tree City USA for the 36th consecutive year. That's really, really good. By the National Arbor Day Foundation, and desires to continue its tree planting ways. Finally, I just want to ask Mr. White and Mr. Reisner to come up. And we're just going to congratulate them on behalf of the township and the East Brunswick Environmental Commission and everybody here. Congratulations for the 36th consecutive year of becoming Tree City USA.
Later in the day, the township also provided free seedlings for residents and planted some new trees around the municipal pond.
Hi, I'm Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin here in East Brunswick by the community pond, and we're here today for Arbor Day. During the past couple of big storms we had Hurricane Irene followed by Hurricane Sandy. We lost a lot of the trees that we had accumulated over the past 30 or 40 years, and we really saw a lot of damage. So this year in particular, it's so important to plant trees. So I had become aware of a seedling program and asked the township if they would purchase the seedlings or secure the seedlings so that we could distribute them to residents, which is what we did here today. And hopefully people will plant them around town and be able to beautify the town. So we're very thankful for Steve Gottlieb, our landscape architect. The Environmental Commission was instrumental in organizing this today, and we had kids from the high school that are very active in environmental issues. They know the importance, and keeping the kids involved and using their knowledge and their learning to keep this going forward is a very important thing.
We're representative for Students Against Violating the Environment. We're a club at the East Brunswick High School just to raise environmental awareness within the student body. And currently for Save Club, one of the events that we've been doing is we have an energy conservation plan in which we go around and make sure that each of the classrooms are taking these small measures, just something as simple as like turning off lights and projectors, computer screens. We've also been working on other activities such as raising money for the NRDC, the Natural Resource Defense Council. And yeah, in the future we hope to continue this.
We just came back from a courtyard day actually, and we were just gardening, we were weeding, and yeah, and we want to contribute more to the community since we weren't reaching out as much as we would like to. So this is one of those events that we are participating in.
I came to plant some trees. One of the main reasons is probably, to help the air pollution, obviously, because of the great way that they filter out the air, provide oxygen for us. So that's probably the main reason.
There is nothing more important to this earth than the environment, and of course the importance of trees is paramount, because as they learned and as we saw over at Central School where they were doing an Arbor Day tree day ceremony, and that we were again a tree city, which is a wonderful accomplishment. So it's important that people become aware and they participate and actively seek to help the environment instead of destroy it.
It's just so important for us to start replenishing the trees and getting our wooded areas back to become wooded again, because so many trees just fell and have just split and died, and it was just so many. Frost Woods alone lost almost 10% of the trees in that area. And, it's just important to just start replanting. And, Arbor Day is all about that. The state provided us with 250 seedlings. We were distributing them today. Hopefully we've gotten rid of most of them. The ones that we haven't gotten rid of are going to be going to our Parks Department, and they're going to try to plant them in some wooded areas in town on township property that did suffer from Sandy and that a lot of trees fell.
Now, really quick, just to give people a few pointers, like what should they do when they're going to plant it so that their tree is going to survive?
Well, they want to make sure that the hole's deep enough. They want to make sure that the tree is watered for at least 3 weeks. You should be watering it every day.
So try to do your part at home and see what you can do to keep the environment going strong.
My name is Donna Gustafson. I'm the Andrew Mellon Liaison for Academic Programs and Curator at the Zimmerle Art Museum at Rutgers University. And we are looking at a wonderful exhibit that we put up this semester. The name of the exhibition is George Segal in Black and White, Photographs by Donald Lakuta. George Segal is an internationally renowned American sculptor. He lived almost all his life in New Jersey, here in North Brunswick, and he died in 2000, but through the years from about 1962 until 2000, he was a sculptor whose work was exhibited internationally and all over the United States. We have a great collection of George Segal's sculpture here, so when we had the opportunity to do an exhibition of photographs of George Segal and George Segal in his studio and George Segal at work, we knew that it would be a wonderful exhibition for us. There's a wonderful connection between Donald Lakuta and George Segal. I mean, not only did Donald take a lot of photographs of George Segal, but they were very good friends. Donald Lakuta met George Segal in 1984, and over the course of those 16 years that he knew George, they did a lot of work together, and Donald actually helped George Segal in the studio. So there were various layers of interest in a lot of these photographs. So behind me you'll see a group that is really about George Siegel's studio, and all of the photographs that you see just show the sculpture in George Siegel's studio without George in it. And one of the really fascinating aspects of some of these photographs is how surreal and sort of strangely uncanny these images are. And in other areas of the gallery, you'll see images of George Siegel working on his sculpture, or George Siegel working with his models, or George Siegel out and about drinking coffee in New Jersey diners, which was apparently something that he really enjoyed doing. And we also have a section that just shows George with family and friends. The idea is really to present a complete portrait of George Siegel and to show him in all his various sort of activities and ways of being. So one of the other things that I think is really interesting about this exhibition is that people don't know that George Siegel was interested in photography and that he himself was a photographer and carried a camera around with him, you know, everywhere he went. And a lot of the times these photographs that he took were documents or evidence, almost the sketches for his installations, because he wasn't an artist who drew out what his installations were going to look like. He took what he saw around him and used that as inspiration for some of the installations that he did. These 19 undergraduates who worked with me to put together this exhibition also had a chance to go to the George Siegel studio and see the place where many of these photographs actually originated. And when we all went there, we were lucky enough to have a tour by George Siegel's daughter, who took us through, and she allowed the students to take their own photographs. And we have a running slideshow that presents the photographs that these students took, and it presents its own very interesting view of George Siegel and the studio. You know, as I said, this exhibition that's up now is up through May 23rd, and it was organized by a group of students at Rutgers. When it closes on May 23rd, we will open a second incarnation of the exhibition, which will include about 35 other photographs, and that exhibition was organized by a graduate student here at Rutgers whose name is Kate Scott. And really, Kate did a wonderful job of curating her own show, and I hope anyone who comes to see the show that we have up now will come back again and see Kate's own choice of photographs, because it'll present a very different, but obviously related point of view. So, and we have our Art After Hours program, which is on the first Tuesday of every month, and we hope that you'll come out for that. So the Zimmerli Art Museum is located at 71 Hamilton Street in New Brunswick. Our website is www.zimmerlimuseum.rutgers.edu, and all of the information about our programs is always on our website.
Hi, I'm Sharon Riley Morosi, Assistant Director for the East Brunswick Department on Aging, and this is the Voice of Experience. Today I am speaking to you from East Brunswick High School, and I am with Dr. Michael Vanella. He is the principal here at the high school, and we are at the Senior Prom. Dr. Vanella, tell us about the Senior Prom.
Well, the Senior Prom has a real rich history. For over 15 years, we were working closely with the Senior Center to create a wonderful experience where our students and staff work to put on a fantastic show. As you can see behind me, great event for our senior citizens. Our Interact Club, our Student Council, our Spanish Honor Society, and several different clubs come together to put on this event, and I think it's a great time held by all.
I can tell you that it is something that our seniors look forward to all year. How long is this in the making? I mean, when do you start preparations for such a big event?
Well, we start early on, months ahead of time, but I've got to tell you, I know the seniors have a great time. Our students have a fantastic time. We were in here right after school right away, and the energy and the excitement of our students, I think they have just a great time putting it together, and I think it all comes together when they see the faces of the seniors come through that door and then come up and dance as our jazz band puts on some great music. It's just a fantastic time held by all.
The students have always been so gracious, so welcoming. You must be so proud of them.
Oh, I'm very proud of our student body. This is just one example of how we work with our seniors. But our students, as we had the motto of excellence with honor and integrity, this is just a tremendous example of what they do in order to give back to their community, a very important part of our education here at East Brunswick High School.
Well, we at the Department on Aging want to be a part of the community, and so we thank you for including us and inviting us to be here with you tonight. It's a great night.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to 15 more years of this as well.
Sounds good to me. If you would like more information about programs and services available through the East Brunswick Department on Aging, then please call us at 732-390-6896. And please remember, the East Brunswick Department on Aging is here to help you and yours age successfully.
The East Brunswick High School girls lacrosse team recently honored their departing seniors who have experienced success on and off the field over the past several seasons. Their actions have affected not only their teammates, but also their coaches, fans, community, and their families in a positive way. They have also helped maintain the pride that East Brunswick High School takes in the athletic program. We'd like to thank the family and friends who have been supportive the entire time alongside the student athletes. Congratulations and good luck. Now let's meet the seniors. Alex Califor, escorted by her mother, Katie Kohler. Katie Murnane, escorted by her mother Grace and her sister Lauren Murnane. And Danielle Nixon, escorted by her parents Andrea and Randy Nixon. Once again, we would like to thank all the seniors and their families. Congratulations and good luck.
The Houdini Box by Brian Selznick tells a delightful tale of an 8-year-old boy named Victor, whose hero is Harry Houdini, the world-famous magician and escapologist. Houdini is not the only one making magic in this story. It is also suffused with Selznick magic. The author wrote and illustrated this curious story of magic and escapology as only the creator of Hugo Capret could do. This page-turner marries the real life of Harry Houdini with a mythical story of magic and childhood lost and found once again. I think the best way for an adult to enjoy the Houdini Box is to read this book to a child and look for the wonder in his or her eyes.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hosick, the Programming Publicity Librarian here at the library. I invite you to attend our upcoming May events. All are open to the public. On Wednesday, May 7th at 7 p.m., Professor Gary F. Merrill, Professor of Cell Biology and Neuroscience at Rutgers University, will talk about how the human body ages from the biological effects on major organs, as well as diet and exercise. On Tuesday, May 12th at 7 p.m., Teresa Lamb of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission will discuss organic land care and help you create a sustainable garden without synthetic pesticides. On Thursday, May 14th at 7:30 p.m., the Friends of the Library's spring meeting will feature Laura Silver, the author of Knish, In Search of the Jewish Soul Food. Follow Laura on her worldwide adventure to find the Knish after her favorite store closed. On Wednesday, May 20th at 7 p.m., photographer Joel Simpson will share his favorite images captured while traveling the world in 10 weeks. Follow his journey to unusual vacation spots and learn how to travel light and on a budget. To recognize Mental Health Month, on Wednesday, May 27th at 7 p.m., the National Alliance on Mental Illnesses New Jersey chapter will present In Our Own Voice. This program is led by those who live with mental illness to help remove stigma from our society. To learn about our ongoing monthly events, such as Saturday Stitch, the reading discussion groups, film festivals, and more, visit EBPL.org or follow us on social media. We hope to see you soon.
Happy 40th anniversary from the bingo players. Bingo!